Raelynn Bean is here from Central Valley Electric Cooperative. How are you doing this morning?
How are you?
Let me make sure I have the right microphone turned on. Did you survive the fair?
You know what? The fair tired has just hit me this morning.
Just this morning?
Oh yeah, this morning I'm having a hard time functioning this morning.
Well, we had we did all our stuff at the fair, and then we had a radio remote on Sunday.
Oh, okay.
So I have yet to actually have a day off.
Right.
And so I'm hoping that Saturday or Sunday turns into that.
Yeah. Well, I know I tell you this all the time, but I truly do appreciate you guys being out at the fair. My dad had hip surgery a little over a month ago and wasn't able to come out and see the kids show, but they watched it at home.
And it all looked really good,
and
didn't
it?
it?
It did. Yeah. So.
Jeffrey and Tanner and Bradley was our crew this year, and they did a fantastic job.
Absolutely. So just to have that available for grandparents or whoever.
Yeah. I'm having trouble saying Bradley. I know that's his name. And I told him last week, I said, if I call you Brandon, Brian, I'm talking to you.
Oh, right.
I don't know why I'm having a problem with Bradley.
I
don't know.
Brandon just rolls off your tongue so much better.
Well, and Brandon's in the news, and
right.
It's not Bradley, but
right.
In any case, they did a fantastic job.
Absolutely.
We had a lot of people watch.
And it's fun to go back and watch again, being back there getting animals ready. You don't necessarily get to go and watch your kids show like you want to because you're busy doing behind the scenes stuff. So it's fun too as a parent to go back and be able to watch them.
Yeah. A lot of folks come by the CVE booth.
They did. We saw a lot of people. I know, I want to say in years past though, we would see a lot more people, and I don't know if it was just maybe the draw of the carnival that did that, but Friday night during that concert, man, it was hopping.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's what I heard. The concert was packed.
Right.
I think the Thursday night concert was pretty well attended too. And then the sale, and the last few years, the people that buy animals at the fair, there's been the last animal sold.
Right.
There's been a story behind the family.
Yes.
And no different this year.
Right.
Is it a cornea or a retina or
cornea? Yeah.
Cornea.
So
okay.
I actually got to hear this girl's story back in May when the Artesia Downtown Lions Club hosted the state Lions Convention here in Artesia. And so there's a New Mexico eyesight, New Mexico kid site, something like that, dealing with lions, and they had their annual meeting, and this young lady came and talked to the group because part of the Lions organization helped pay for one of the procedures that she just recently had done.
Yeah.
So she was a super neat girl, and then we got to see her again at the fair. So
right, she sold an animal and a
pig,
a pig well over $50,000,
yes. Yeah.
and it just
because she's gonna have to end up having cornea transplants eventually.
Yeah, and it's just a tremendous effort when you see that happen, and I don't know of anybody left with a dry eye or anything like that.
No, absolutely not. Yeah.
So it's great to be able to witness that and see that.
Absolutely.
And I know
this community is very, very generous.
I thought everybody in the arena was going to get in the picture.
They were trying to. Definitely.
Because it was great. Now, how did your kids do?
My kids did amazing. They did, and like I said, the generosity of the people in this community just blow you away year after year.
Yeah, so it's a great experience.
Absolutely.
People go back and watch. It's at I think the fair page. There's a link to it, and of course at ksvptv.com.
Right.
You can go back and watch. I was talking with somebody yesterday who, like a lot of people, opened up their electric bill.
Yeah.
And it's not just CVE.
No,
I mean, it's affecting
nationwide.
everybody.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's. Is there any end in sight to this? It's just.
I've been reading a lot lately just about grid reliability, and I know that the New Mexico Rural Electric Cooperative Association, which Central Valley Electric and most of the other electric utility, rural electric cooperatives are a part of in the state. They just recently, I think it was yesterday, sent out a letter to the governor and to key officials in the state of New Mexico expressing their concerns with the grid reliability and just the increase in demand of electricity and the increase in natural gas prices, which with the shutdown of the coal-fired generation plants, we're having to rely on the natural gas. Typically, when the price of natural gas goes up, they can curb using the natural gas to generate power, and they can use coal. But with coal plants or coal generating facilities being shut down and things like that, we're stuck with the high price of natural gas. So that's affecting everybody.
Yeah. I don't care, families, retirees, businesses.
Yes.
It's affecting every aspect of the economy.
And it's just been so hot lately that, you know, your heat pump is having to take that extremely hot temperature and change it to the temperature you want in your house. So it's having to work harder, use more energy when it works harder.
Yeah.
Different things like that. So, I mean, it's just like a windfall, you know.
I was talking to a gentleman yesterday who has completed converting all of the light fixtures in his business to LEDs.
Oh, good.
And that's so, and you've talked about it before. There's things that people can do. It may not seem like much, but when it is the way that it is now, every little bit helps, right?
And contact your utility, whether it's Central Valley Electric or XL Energy. I know Central Valley Electric, we've got a rebate program for customers, for commercial and industrial customers, to convert their inefficient lighting to more efficient lighting. So, I mean, contact your utility. There could be some money in the form of a rebate for doing stuff like that.
Yeah. And the LEDs run cooler.
They do.
And they don't use as much electricity.
Right.
So it's kind of a double help when you do that.
And the price of the LEDs have come down so much in price that it is starting to become more economical to do that. And they last longer. So especially if you've got the really high bays, you're not having to worry about whether you have to rent a scissor lift or get a really tall ladder or whatever as often to change those lights out.
Our light fixtures in the hallway are so old. Because I'll mention that we need to convert ours. It's about the last set of lights that we haven't converted, because we've converted most others. And they say, well, you can order a conversion kit. And I'm thinking, not for those.
Right.
Those need to go. But for most people and for most offices, if you've got the either recessed or hanging 2 or 4 bulb 4-foot extensions, I'm told that there's a you take the ballast out and you swap out a couple of other components.
You can just disconnect the ballast because you don't need it.
Yeah.
When you have LEDs.
Sure. So if everybody does that, it'll help a little.
It will, and that helps the demand on the power grid.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, any little thing that you can do. Today, I just got before I left to come here, I got a text message where today is another called peak day from our wholesale power provider. And so we're going to urge our members to conserve energy. I mean, it's just going to help them in the long run. If we can get our demand down on Western Farmer System, it lowers our wholesale power costs to them for the next 12 months. So,
okay.
And then if you're not using as much, that helps your bill go down.
Sure.
So,
now you have on the bill when a customer, CVE customer gets a bill, that's often a question that gets asked or a comment that gets made. Well, you raised your rates.
Exactly.
Rates have not been raised.
Rates have not changed since 2018. The last time we had a rate change was 2018, and it wasn't an increase. In 2018, it was actually a rate decrease.
Mm-hmm.
So
why is it more? Because you say that,
I know.
But why is it more?
It's the fuel cost.
Mm-hmm.
It's that fuel cost adjustment that's on that bill. Last May, it was a credit to your bill.
Mm-hmm.
Starting in June of last year, it became a charge, but it was only 0.008 something a cents per kilowatt hour. And so if you used 1,000 kilowatt hours last June, your charge for the fuel cost was only 80 cents. So this June, it was 2.8 cents a kilowatt hour. So that same 1,000 kilowatt hours that you used this year cost you $28. So it's just the increase in natural gas prices that's been going on the last 18 months.
Right, and not the rates themselves
No,
that
not
have
the
gone
rates
up.
itself, no.
Have you seen, and because you've talked about this before, have you seen a lot more interest in people talking about converting to solar?
Yes, absolutely. And I mean, with just cause, I mean, your bill keeps increasing, and people are starting to look into solar, and we just recommend that if you are on Central Valley Electric and you are interested in going solar, talk to us first. Let us tell you kind of our process and things like that. That way you kind of know our process. We can help you get your usage for the last 12 months and let you know that there is a new renewable energy rate if you do install renewable energy. So
does that, hopefully that satisfies the companies, because sometimes you'll read, well, we need your bill so we can tell you how much you can save. Wouldn't it be better to call your utility and say, can you send me a piece of paper or an email or something, and then that's what I give to the solar people, so that I'm not giving the solar people all of my personal information.
Right. Absolutely. And just remember that they are trying to sell you something.
Mm-hmm.
Do your research on the companies that you talk to with these solar companies.
Yeah. Well, everybody's looking for every little advantage nowadays.
Absolutely. I mean, I don't blame them.
Yeah.
I mean,
well,
I'm not immune from my bill being high either. It's higher than it's ever been. And,
I know it. It's insane.
And I'm hoping that after school starts next week, I can get my programmable thermostat adjusted again, so I won't have anybody in the house.
Yeah, that's right.
During the day, so hopefully that'll help.
Yeah, that because that does affect folks' usage.
Absolutely.
And so they go to school. Let the school air conditioning take care of them for a couple
having everybody at home for the summer.
Yeah.
With TVs on and.
That's right.
All these different things. So.
Well, good. Was there anything else we need to cover today?
Yeah, no. I mean, if anybody has questions about their bill, please give us a call and we'll try and explain it the best we can. If you want a home energy audit, so maybe they can find ways that you can save a little bit of energy and money, then give us a call and we can get you signed up for that home energy audit too. And that's a free service to CVE members.
And look at the LED lighting and look at the programmable thermostats and other things like that.
And on our website, we've got a link under news and events that's a brochure that's 101 ways to save energy.
Okay.
So there's all kinds of little things that you can do, and those little things do add up.
They do. They do. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you.
All right.